Hello there, everybody, and welcome to our final CRL broadcast of the spring 2020 semester. My name is K-Bot, and I will be largely solo casting this one. I'm going to do my best to bring this one to you, even if I may not necessarily be the best at Rocket League itself. But nonetheless, it's Ohio State, currently 2-8, I believe, on their last match of the season, the University of South Florida. Not Central Florida, South Florida. So should be a good one here. Kind of a battle towards the bottom of the CRL standings. Unfortunately, both these teams just trying to vie for that one last win of the semester. So we'll see exactly how this one plays out as it continues forward, as ball falls to the midfield line, 40 seconds in, and it's going to go ahead and send that back to the corner of Ohio State. Peculiar going up for it, now along with Jay Urban, but Master with the interception. Ohio State right now just trying to keep this ball in the corner, trying to let it die out here, give the momentum a little bit back in their favor. Shearer going for something, but a little bit high with that no boost, unfortunately, flick. So we'll see what the USF response here is coming forward. Vortex gets a demo in the midfield as Ohio State looks to continue to keep up their defense. Shearer gonna easily send that one around one offender, I should say. Challenge in midfield is gonna roll the ball dead. Vortex is gonna pick it up and go for the flick over. Looks like that's gonna be just high. Jay Urban there for good measure. Yeah, overall, slow match to start here. No team really wants to commit fully. I feel like they're both just trying to feel each other out, trying to see what each other's play style is. Master with a couple more demos here for the Buckeye side. Now Vortex sends a shot. That's going to go just off the crossbar and gets a clutch save for USF. Very end now. 2 minutes in and still scoreless between these two teams. Like I said, though, a little bit slower overall, just trying to feel one another out. But now Jay Urban with the one up in the air. Double commit here coming out from USF, but Shiro's going to send that one away for the time being. Looks like no one's fully there to capitalize for Ohio State. Okay, Master's going to send that one up, and Shiro's going to send it towards the net. That's going to go over Vortex's head, though, even if the demo comes out a little bit later, and Ohio State's going to be forced to kind of reset here. So it is worth noting, while both of these teams may be towards the end or towards the lower part of the CRL Eastern Division, it still takes quite a bit of skill and prowess in your region in order to get to this point. I mean, we're talking about the top 32 colleges in Rocket League, and I believe there are at least over 200 at this point that support the game. So definitely, even if they might be struggling during league play, it takes some impressive skill, especially for college students, to be here in this league. And so that's always nice to see. But nonetheless, we'll see who comes out on top in this particular match. Ball sends now to the corner on USF on the offensive. Peculiar looking for the shot, but that one's going to go wide. Shiro now sending this one to the corner, gets the demo on Peculiar, so that's a little bit of time for Ohio State. Sends this one in front of the net. Master looks for the shot, but it is going to get denied by N. Able to clear that one away. Ball back up the air now as Ohio State tries to continue on the offensive, but they're going to back off for the time being. Again, no team fully committing their marbles. I feel like in many cases here, if these players were playing a little bit more aggressive, a couple more goals would probably have been scored at this point. But nonetheless, still scoreless with 60 seconds remaining on the clock. USF looking for a shot, but N is going to be just a bit high. Peculiar now sending this one to the backboard. Shiro's there. Now Master setting this back the other direction. Shiro up in the air, off the backboard. Vortex with the follow-up, but again, defended away by N. A brick wall on that mark, not letting anything by. Peculiar going to be credited with a save on that double commit. And N again on the crossbar defense. So a handful of shots there in that offensive routine coming out from Ohio State. None quite connecting with the back of the net. We'll see who could score first here. It's all a matter of basically who does that now as we're 13 seconds left to go. Shiro's going to go up for that shot and is not quite able to make it to the ball. 7 seconds to go now as the ball starts to roll into the Ohio State corner. A long way to go for Vortex and the Buckeye crew. Urban's going to pop that one up in the air, and that's going to hit the ground. We're in overtime in game one, a scoreless line. Now midfield line, Peculiar is going to be able to scoop that one up. Sends it high for the time being. A bump at the net and almost has an open net, but isn't fully going to be able to connect with that one. Vortex now sends it back the other direction. Urban runs out of boost, but that one's going to be swatted away too by Peculiar. A bunch of clutch saves coming in for this USF side. 38 seconds, and again, back to the midfield line. Vortex now looking for a shot, is going to get swatted away by Peculiar. Shiro now up for this and just kind of let the ball fall to the ground, but another shot coming in. Double commit on Ohio State. It's going to send that one away for the time being, but Jay Urban with the shot off the crossbar can't seem to connect, and that's been the story of this game so far for both of these teams. It's either just can't quite connect or, you know, oh so close to scoring one, but of course a defender is there and now sends this one high, but Vortex is there. Now over to Jay Urban, who's going to send this back to the midfield line, back and forth, but Shiro over to Master, above one. It's not going to get it above the second, but an unfortunate touch there. Looks like it will be cleaned up by the rest of the Bulls crew, but now a shot towards net, swatted away by Vortex. 90 seconds, we have played 6 minutes and 30 seconds of Rocket League at this point, and we're still scoreless between these two teams. A shot from Vortex, just wide yet again. As these teams look to put each other away. Peculiar now with the center, but that's going to be swatted away by Master. Jay Urban with the follow-up, looking for Peculiar, but over the head, ultimately decides not to go and commit for that one. Now Master and Shiro on the offensive for the Buckeyes, going to get swatted back the other direction by N. 2 minutes. How long will we go until we see a score? That is the question. We'll see how long it needs, but now Shiro looking for the shot, isn't fully able to find the angle. Just going to send that one in the corner now. Vortex with the ball, but it's going to get demoed. Sent back to his own goal. Shiro over the ball now as Vortex clears this one back. A very back and forth thing. I mean, the thing is here, right, that neither team has fully been able to build up momentum. We've seen a lot of long clears going back and forth either direction, and so, you know, it tends to be 1 or 2 saves and then the ball's back the other direction. Hardly has ever been an extreme defensive scramble. I mean, there have been moments where scrambles have been necessary, but now N over 1. Shiro's going to be able to spot that one away. Peculiar's also looking for the shot, but now Jay Urban and Massacre is there. 3 minutes. Another shot just high. No team wants to fully commit. Now another demo play coming in as Vortex lost that one towards the goal. Peculiar's going to send that one away. Massacre back to the corner, and Shiro didn't turn around the correct direction in order to put a shot on that one. Peculiar now on the offensive, and now Shiro's going to come up with the long clear the opposite direction. Can Ohio State put this one away? Massacre right over to Jay Urban, but Vortex tries to put another one on the net again. The defensive hold from USF, not letting a single one by. Now Jay Urban up in the air, and Vortex is going to be able to pop the one back the other direction in the corner. The challenge coming through. Master's there to clean it up, and again the ball falls to, well, I was about to say more of a neutral territory, but now I suppose it is on the USF side. Vortex just misses that connection. And now back to the other direction for 4 minutes of overtime. What's the, anyone happen to know what the record for the longest CRL overtime is? We might be there. Oh, Vortex! All the meanwhile, I was trying to build things up here, but Shiro's going to be able to set that one right up for Vortex, able to stall out his car to put the shot on net just where he wants to, and none of the 3 defenders able to make it. The Buckeyes take game 1. Take a look at some of our stats. I mean, definitely a handful of shots, I would say, on both sides of the ball. Vortex putting in 9 shots and finally able to make one connect. There were so many times that Vortex was just wide, just high, or what have you. But finally able to put one away.
Just wanted to chime in here to answer your question about the CRL longest overtime threes in the Twitch chat. Mentioned that it was 9 minutes.
9 minutes of overtime. That is a lot of Rocket League, gotta say. But hopefully we'll have a handful more matches. Game 2 now. Let's see some more goals. I want to see a little bit more aggression coming up from these two teams. I hope the pressure mounts at one point. Vortex puts an early shot on goal, but that's going to be swatted away by Peculiar yet again. Both of these teams have been doing so well on defense, but we haven't seen too many fireworks on the offensive side to kind of contest that. You know, a lot of these have been more or less your run-of-the-mill shots. Master going up for that one to try to beat that one down, but not going to fully be able to. The ball will roll back into the USF corner, but that's going to be a nice center, and Master in the right place in the right time, able to score the unfortunate 50 coming out for Peculiar. Shiro sets that one right on a tee for Masseter. And that's goal 1, 30 seconds in. We might not have to have an insanely long drought without goals being scored. Now, N looking for the flip reset on the ball, not fully be able to find it in that case. Shiro up for this one, looking to try to send this away, but Peculiar send this towards the net. Double commit from Ohio State, but well, at the very least, we'll go to the midfield line. They'll get away with it for now. Vortex sending this one back to the backboard. Masseter looking for the shot, not able to come in fast enough. Shiro back the other direction. That's going to get swatted down by Peculiar. Credited with the save, but that one was high. And comes in now. Peculiar with the shot. Vortex pumping that one up as well. Peculiar yet again trying to keep the pressure on, but that's also going to get swatted away by Shiro. Back to the midfield line and back to the other side of the field. Master finds a demo, and now the pass from Shiro over to Vortex. Back the other direction, looking for the pinch. Can't quite seem to find it. I like the passing plays so far coming out. But that one, Vortex able to save. That might have gone crossbar and in. Quick reactions times in order to save some of these goals. I mean, by the time I realized that goal was coming to the net, it probably would have been too late. 2 minutes in, Vortex sends one toward the net, and Peculiar able to pick up the save on that one. Back towards the center. No one's there to answer for the Buckeyes. Now, Master looking for the challenge. I think ran out of boost there. Peculiar looking for the shot. But Vortex with a challenge might actually find the net here. Able to put that one away. That was quick thinking and a quick reaction from Vortex here, obviously. Able to find the bounce off of the ground and secure that one in the net. And the Buckeyes go up 2-0. Challenge back in the midfield line now. Sending this one into the corner. And looking to put a play on the ball, but not fully able to find the power necessary to put that one away. And Masseter sends us back the other direction. Ball bounces in the corner. Shearer's going to go up for it. Probably isn't going to be able to put much move on it now. Peculiar looks for J. Urban. J. Urban tries to follow it up, but Masseter's going to be right there. There's a shot. Little wide. There for the Buckeyes. Vortex now looking for another one. Peculiar going to be able to save that one as well. Shiro. And so, you know, this is what I was talking about earlier, right? In terms of building up and mounting this pressure, which is something that I think Ohio State has done a lot more of this game. But like I've been saying, the Ohio State offensive a couple more times than the USF side, that they're starting to look to try to build something up here and looking for the shot. not able to find anything as now Purely goes up for the ball. And this one rolls back to the Bulls corner. Vortex is going to pop this one up in the air. Shiro now looking for the connection, can't quite seem to find it. Vortex lobs one towards the net. Shiro, I think, was looking for the redirect, but not able to find it in that instance. Ball goes clear back down to the other side of the field. Vortex able to pick that one up and send it to the corner, and now it's going to continue following this ball around. Again, not fully able to find anything, and now Jay Urban playing some mind games with Master, able to get it past him, but now sending this ball to the corners. Peculiar looks for the shot in the follow-up. The challenge is going to die out the ball, but that one will also be cleared away from the Buckeyes. A minute left to go in this game. Another shot coming in from Peculiar, and that will be the score. No one there to answer for the Ohio State defense. What happened here? I guess they both went opposite directions, weren't fully expecting this. Master was trying, or I think that was Shiro actually trying to challenge the ball and not fully able to do just that. Now, USF putting us back in a one-goal game. We'll see where they can go from here, if they can try to mount another one. That's going to be the demo play coming in, but Shiro's going to send us back the other direction. Master looking for the redirect, can't quite seem to find it off the backboard. And over Master's car is Shiro. Vortex now looking for the shot on net and will find it, extending the lead back to where it was. The entire Ohio State team getting involved on this one. Like I mentioned, I mean, in some respects, USF didn't know where the shot was coming from. Turns out it came from Vortex. 38 seconds left to go, and it's a 2-goal game. Definitely doable, but probably unlikely at this point in the game for this to go back the other direction, especially now that the ball is back on the offensive. Now, of course, as I say that, the ball rolling back to the blue side. Up on the midfield line now, Vortex sending this one high. Ohio State probably just wants to keep this on the orange side of the field. Doesn't want to give them the offensive opportunity, or at least as little as they can. And they're doing a really good job of that on the whole. Master gets a long clear, or I suppose a long center. But now it's impossible. The Buckeyes are going to go ahead and pick up this game. Ball will fall at some point, but alas, there is nothing that USF can do at this point. Shiro looking for one for the road, is going to be able to find it. 4-1 victory for the Buckeyes in game 2, and they are on match point. So game 1, a little bit more of a stalemate situation. Both teams 0-0. Scoreless until, I mean, what was it? 3-4 minutes into overtime. But here, of course, Ohio State able to maintain a little bit more pressure, started to get a little bit more aggressive, a little faster on the whole, I think. And that's what ultimately ended up winning them at the game here, is being able to mount that pressure for an extended period of time. You see here that there's a relatively broad goal distribution. Of course, Vortex still the one to take the most shots, but everyone on the team for the Buckeyes able to pick up a goal. Definitely showing how the whole team's getting involved on the offensive side now. As we head into game 3, and for USF, you probably want to start building up a little bit more momentum on your own here. Trying to wear down the defense on the other side, I think, is probably what you need to look for the most. But here we are now, game 3 between these two teams. Goes up now, and An's going to be able to score that one. I don't know what fully happened on my screen, to be quite honest. Let's watch this replay and figure out exactly what happened. Looks like just a real quick kickoff goal and a really lucky bounce for the USF side, and again in the right place at the right time. Sometimes that's all you need for a goal to happen in this game. And 3 seconds in, USF able to pick up the goal. Up in the air on this side, perhaps that's the momentum you start building up off. If you're USF, you're finally ahead in a game. Now they're looking to try to make it 2. That one's going to go high, but purely with a follow-up. Vortex able to find the ball connection in order to send that one back the other direction. Now Vortex looking for the clear. Can't quite seem to find it. That ball is going to go right into the net. Nice little play coming in. Perhaps a mistouch there just from Vortex as Peculiar able to pop that one up in the air. I honestly don't know how that pass worked, but I gotta say, that was pretty clean. So now 2 goals up for this USF side. You can tell starting to play a little bit more fast, a little bit more aggressive, as I was mentioning. And now Ohio State looking to respond. Vortex trying to pop this one up. That one's going to go high and wide, although I don't quite think that was intended to be a shot. Jay Urban now for the USF side looking for something fancy on the ball. Isn't able to find, and that's an easy clear from Master. Shiro up off the corner as this ball heads back to the orange side. Popping this one up in the air and looking for the ceiling pass, question mark? Wasn't really a ceiling shot, I should say, but nonetheless, USF starting to have a little bit more fun with this one. Ball goes straight up into the air after that demo. Now Vortex sending this back the other direction on the backboard. Master can't quite seem to read that angle where the ball is going to come out of that top corner. Vortex sends one towards the net. The Peculiar are able to pop up and send that one away. Shiro with the follow-up, not quite fast enough. USF able to defend that one as well. So the Bulls doing well for themselves here. Looking for another one, but Shiro's going to go to block that one away. The follow-up is also denied by Master's challenge. 2 minutes left to go in the game. Shiro looking for the shot on net, and he's going to be able to get it past the goalkeeper there. I think it's just a little bit more of a mind game situation. A little too fast for Jay Urban to pick that one up. And the Buckeyes on the board now in this game. 2-1 though. Looking for another one, but we still have a little bit of time here. 3 minutes left to go in this game. As previously mentioned, now Shiro trying to look to put something fancy on this ball, but not going to be able to find it. Master, that's past 2 defenders. Vortex is the last one back. He's going to want to play this one a little cautious. That's over his head, but Shiro's able to find the challenge the other direction. Master going to pop this one up in the air and kind of stall for a little bit of time now. Slow the game down is what Ohio State wants to do. They don't want to build up this, don't want to let USF build up this pressure again that we've been seeing from them a handful of times. Shiro with the flick just high and able to be defended, but the follow-up is also a hair wide by Vortex. I think it was also swatted a bit away by USF defender. Master now looking for this ball. Might go for the double tap, but that's going to be defended away by Peculiar for the time being. Shiro with the challenge. Jay Urban there to pick up the save. And again, it's about that pressure that you're mounting, right, in terms of your offensive prowess. Shiro able to come up with the shot there, threading the needle between the 2 defenders. Master is going to pop this one up in the air. End's going to miss there, unfortunately, and right over the head of Peculiar. And we have a tie ball game now with 2 minutes left to go. Early demo here after that kickoff, and now N looking for the shot. Not going to be able to get past Master those. Now Shiro tries to follow it up, but I believe looks low on boost to me. Master trying to continue this aggression, but Shiro over to Vortex, able to find the 50 into the net. Going for the 50-50 here at the very end. It's kind of an unfortunate situation, but just able to follow this one up. Yeah. Unfortunate for USF. That puts the Buckeyes in the lead. 1 goal now, and things are starting to go back in their favor, especially in terms of momentum here. You know, as I mentioned, USF probably wanted to build off of their lead early, but not able to anymore. And now going up, looking for Peculiar, not able to get up high enough. And the weak shot coming in from Jay Urban, unable to connect with the back of the net. Vortex sending the long clear back to the USF side. Now Vortex with the follow-up, but Jay Urban is there. And now fast up for the ball. Shiro is able to get the challenge and the 50, let it die. Jay Urban's going to get past 1, but that's going to be wide. And the shot coming in from N, also not able to connect. So close from USF. They want to find at least one more, at least send us into overtime. The double commit from Ohio State. Peculiar can't quite get to the ball fast enough to capitalize. And now looking for this play, not able to find it for the time being. Vortex now up in the air, and that's right, almost right in front of the SF goal. Shiro looking for the challenge, but that should be swatted away by N, and indeed it will. 26 seconds left to go in this game, and USF wants to score another goal to keep their series alive. USF is currently 0-9. You would imagine they would want to get on the board here with a win. 10 seconds left to go as Ohio State looks to put in another one, but at the moment, they're just really trying to keep the ball on this side of the field. Time expires. All the ball needs to do is hit the ground. Shiro looking for one for the road again, but not able to find it. And the follow-up yet again coming in from Vortex. Master trying to send this one to the ground at this point. But that's going to be swatted up in the air. That will hit the ground. And the Buckeyes taking the series 3-0 over USF. Started to get a little bit more competitive as we went on, or I suppose both the teams started to feel themselves a little bit more, maybe feel a little bit more confident. But yeah, at the end of the day, the Buckeyes had a little bit more aggression, able to melt down the USF defense a little bit better in most of those cases, and they will pick up the win in order to finish their CRL season at 3-8, which will probably put them, I mean, definitely lower half of the standings, probably about 9th or 10th as things start to finish up. But overall, impressive stuff from all teams in the CRL, of course. Great stuff coming out from, of course, the team from the Buckeyes, as well as all of our opponents so far in the CRL. It's been a lot of fun to watch and keep up with as the season has progressed. And congratulations to the teams that are doing extremely well. I have a good faith that we'll be back soon in terms of joining some of the top ranks. But nonetheless, that's going to be just about everything we have for you here tonight. If you are an Ohio State student and you're interested in playing Rocket League on a semi-competitive stage, you should join Buckeye RL. Registration is still open for just about another 30-ish hours, a little less than that, I think. Registration will close tomorrow night at midnight. So if you're interested, definitely join the Buckeye Gaming Collective Discord server at discord.gg/Ohio State for all things Ohio State gaming. Be sure to follow the Buckeye Gaming Collective Twitter account and Instagram account at OSU BGC. You can find out everything that our teams are doing there. Thank you all so much for joining us tonight. I have been K-Bot or Kenneth, either or. I really never decide what I want to be called by on here, but nonetheless, thank you all for tuning in, and we hope to see you next time, next week on, or actually this week, I suppose, on Wednesday night. Hopefully we'll be back with another Rocket League broadcast covering our covering Buckeye RL, of course, our more semi-competitive leagues, all for Ohio State students. But until that point, we will see you all around. Take care, everybody.
What would have happened if Toast did not